Hello? Okay, there there we go. Yeah, look at this stream, Darker. Welcome to the stream, Dragon Journey. You guys are so fast. Yeah. Meow 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 meow. Is this gonna be a running joke now from now on? I just keep saying meow even though I'm a fox. I feel like it sounds so awkward if you're trying to be a fox though, because like technically the only fox sounds is like basically con, but like con doesn't really sound like something a fox would say. It's just kind of like the Japanese onomatopoeia that they use, say con con, kind of like that. But I don't know. It's not as cute as saying like meow or saying meow. Wait, okay. Wait, what day is it? Today is Tuesday, so we are on the third part of Durin's Quest. Right. But I feel like I should kind of like do other stuff in the meantime before I start Durin's Quest, otherwise we're gonna run out of things to do like insanely quickly. But what should I be farming now anyways? Come to think of it. I keep forgetting what Columbina's materials are. Wait, let me check that really quick. Just look in the Discord. Where is Columbina? But then again, I could probably just finish Yahoda? Do I have enough? No, I think I have... I think I have most of her stuff, honestly. But anyways, it should be fine to like farm a little bit. So I just kind of like... condense a little bit of resin so at least we don't spend too much of our time having to farm the same thing again and again. But man, though, them unlocking the talent domains and weapon stuff domains for like a week after a new character drops is like such a huge help. I mean, like, this is honestly the kind of thing that they should have done ages ago, but yeah. That's how it is. Everything is always like super late. Oh, okay, wait. Oh, I haven't done this yet. Okay, wait. This one, I think I do have enough for this one anyways. Wait, actually, wait, let me finish Durin's mats. Yeah, whatever that is. Why is it always the first one? Okay, we're talking about skill back to level 9. Okay, this should be fine. Man, though, it's so expensive leveling up characters. Like, do I have enough money? Oh no, I just started I forgot. Do I have enough? Oh my god, I just barely had enough, I think. Yeah, this is kind of not really useful, I think. Does anyone actually use Durin for that? As for Yehoda, actually not really sure. Which one is she supposed to be using? Talent reference is elemental burst and then skill and basic attack. How about this guy? Level up as need. Ironically, I ended up having more of this. I mean, like Yehoda's ends up with like the level 6 one, while Durin's still stuck at level 2. But I'll prioritize that afterwards. Just kind of go through these first for a bit. Yeah. Okay, and then we farm this. Yeah, I think we do have quite a lot of time before Columbina shows up anyway, so it's not really like something we have to rush towards. Yeah, I have... Oh? Wait. Is this for Columbina or for... Wait, joke. No, Yehoda? Wait. I could make so many of those. Joke, never mind. Why did I think I didn't have enough? I probably have most of what I need already. Okay, let's just kind of convert it first. I really wish they had the same system in Star. We'll just like automatically convert it, because it's like so troublesome having to like go back and forth just to do all of these things. Okay, a burst to... No, up to 12 only. Pull for what though? Wait, who am I supposed to be pulling? I already have... I have everyone, honestly. Yeah. Pull for what? Okay. Wait, this one? No, this one? Is this the correct one? Yeah, okay, this is the correct one. Like, if you think about the current state, I already have Durin and I have Venti. I just don't care about his weapon, which I don't really think it's important anyways. I do use Stringless already. And then I got Durin's weapon as well. I mean, you could roll on the standard banner for fun. We did just get, like, a 5-star character recently. Oh my god, everything is bad. I wonder if I'll ever get my first Ian-san from this, because I still don't have her. Oh! Oh, wow, you got a surprise. You got a surprise, I know. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. Actually, I don't know what constellation she's at right now. Let's see. Okay, we still... Actually, the best is still, like, C6, but not bad. We got a random one out of the blue. Like, what are the chances out of all the 4 stars we could have gotten? Okay, next one is a character. Oh, wow, another one that I don't have a constellation of? Okay, wait. I have not used Charlotte in ages, so I don't actually remember what constellation she's on. Oh, another C5 as well. Okay. This is quite a lot of words. I don't really want to read any of this, considering I don't really use her anyways, but okay, that's nice to know. Wait, let's just level up Yehoda's talents in the meantime. Joke. You already can't. Ascension phase 6. Should I bother then? Nah. Wait, right now, 74. We could farm some ley lines a little bit. Just because I'm also running out of money and I kind of do need a bunch. Cypher E0, she's already strong. Oh yeah. But I don't really want to get so many Crisis Heirs anymore. I need to save for like the upcoming regions. If Adventuring SP is a real thing, I need to get that for sure. Even though it's gonna take a while, but I've already spent way too much in Amphorius, even though I didn't like have to cast enough to justify rolling for them so many times. I don't know what is it with my non-existent self-control. I don't know what this does, honestly. Wait, what is the point in like Yehoda running around? Does that actually do anything? Wait, are you already deciding my fate whether I'm going to get the SP or not? It's so early to say. No, don't jinx me this early. My god. That's gonna be, oh my god, the grass. The grass is killing us. Okay, wow, that is painful. Yeah, oh my god, more grass. Stop! Stop! You think Durin in open world is such a pain. You're like at risk of dying every single time you fight anything. Yeah, okay, wait. Did we have enough to like... Okay, you can just go this one. I know there's like a new function. You can just like talk directly to Catherine to claim it. You don't have to like do it twice anymore. Let's see if I remember that correctly. Yeah, this one, which is nice. Not super useful, but like at least it's something. Okay, dispatch character. Because honestly, it was kind of troublesome having to like go back and forth between two things just for that. And then let's see, Intel exchange. Okay, yeah, 5? Okay, yeah, because I'm kind of OC, I don't really want to do something super far away, so let's just do something nearer. Haunted. Yeah, okay, this looks kind of interesting. Treasure hunters attempting to scavenge riches from the wreckage of a pirate ship claim to have been attacked by a ghost. While the Eye of Krati is no stranger to rumors of haunted sightings, there has never been a documented case of ghosts assaulting the living. Perhaps questioning Ilmari, who often fishes nearby, might reveal more information. I have no more DPS and support to build because they all fully build. Honestly, I kind of in the same situation as well. Wait, what did I click? Yeah, it's just that I definitely still have to improve a lot of the relics, but I'm kind of lazy to do the whole relics thing nowadays. I don't know, I've just been going through a lot of my old characters one by one, seeing and just maxing out all their talents for no reason. Honestly, it's kind of like a waste of resources, but I don't really want to build like the super old characters because I know they're gonna be useless anyways. So I've just been going through like the typical ones and then just kind of maxing them all out. Which is honestly probably not the best idea or like not the best way to manage resources, but yeah, it's kind of like in a lull moment right now. But I guess at least with the 8-week extension, we're gonna end up having like more time to save and all that. It's not waste if you're not planning to use the resources in other place. I mean, I could just save it for the next one. The only thing wasteful technically is the Trailblaze power, but I don't know if it's like one of those things where I could like just leave it to fill up, you know, in excess, even though it's not a good rate, or if I could just keep farming relics for no reason and then just like salvaging them after they're useless. Yeah, because I also don't like going through my useless relics. I just kind of like trash the ones immediately, but the rest of them are kind of like in the in-between. I don't really know if I should do something about it. I leveled up my Himeko talent to 9, 10, 10. I never use her. I leveled up everyone's to like 10 all the way, like every single trace that they have. Even the useless ones. Imagine like putting HP percent on Kafka or something like that. It's like, you know it's useless, but it's like, I have nothing better to do. I might as well, kind of like that. I mean, I do still use Kafka, so it's still not completely worthless, but imagine like after 2 years of not using Danheng and Bibater Lune, I ended up like leveling 10 his skill. It's like, when was even the last time I bothered to use this guy? I build Genshin character more seriously though, because they make us use more character. Yeah, actually, same. I do try to build more Genshin characters, at least for me. The minimum should be at least level 70 for everyone, and ideally they have like some kind of weapon or some talents on them, like maybe 266 or usually something like that, just because it's like Imaginarium Theater and all those content kind of punishes you for not having a variety. In Star Rail, you don't really have a choice. You are kind of fixed with having like 8 characters at any given time, or I don't know, maybe maximum 12 characters at any given time. But like in Star Rail and Genshin, you need like a lot more. Yo, welcome to the stream, Zoda Baldo. Yeah, Wait, sorry. I kind of forgot if he had a nickname or what. But then like, yeah. I remember Peeps. I remember seeing Peeps said Durin Quest is so long. Is it really? It's not exactly long in a typical sense. It's just that it's time gated because like you're only able to do a portion of the quest each calendar day, like in actual physical calendar days. It's not like in-game days. So like for example, if you do part 1 today, you spend like maybe 45 minutes doing, let's say, the first portion of the quest. It will literally stop you, say come back the next day to do part 2, and then the next day you do part 2. It takes like maybe half an hour, and then it will literally stop you, say come back the next day for part 3, and then so on and so forth until you finish 5 actual days of it. So yeah, they actually give you a warning when you start the quest, like please allocate enough time because this takes 5 calendar days. My DNA account gone. Oh my god, I still don't know how that happened though. I mean that really sucks. But then like how though? Because normally if you just have your email, right, you just use the same email and then you get like a login verification code through your email and then it should be fine. Your account should still be there. But yeah. What happened though? Because actually, even until now, I still don't have like the typical safety measures of a usual account. And so I kind of just still have to log in manually every single time. So I don't really know. DNA is weird. It's not the same as in Star Rail where you actually have to make like an account or like a Hoyoverse account, something like that, and then you link everything. In DNA, I've just been like relying on the whole, oh, just like use a login verification code every single time. I tell you how it happened. At first, I used the Google button, then log in with my email. Today I logged in with normal method, both with same email ID though. That's weird. I wonder if like other people have experienced something similar. I feel like it's probable. Like, because DNA has a lot of like bugs still right now. I mean, the enemies alone are like super annoying. But yeah, at least the devs kind of listen. The game has made some improvements from when it started. Not drastic improvements, but like it's a little bit more optimized now. But hopefully someone had the same problem as you and was able to fix it, because that's kind of sad otherwise. But not to mention, there honestly wasn't much pre-registration stuff, I think. I mean, they did give you like a free Berenica. Oh, actually, Rebecca was a really good character. I don't know if you were able to get Rebecca though, but Rebecca's like honestly, at least in the current stage, like she is honestly the best AFK character you could ever get because she literally just does her own thing like all the time. She just summons her jellyfish spawns and then like boom, they just kill everything for you, provided you're within range. But yeah, I didn't make much progress. I only got that skin at Tentful. I didn't even try to get that skin. I kind of thought about it, but I was just kind of hoping that maybe I could see. The live stream is actually happening this Friday. So I'm hoping to see maybe if there's like a new announcement for like the upcoming patch, or like if any new events or new whatever, and then I was just gonna decide from there. Because honestly, I got Psyche super late. I think just a couple of days ago, so I haven't really used her much. She is really good for finishing a lot of exploration challenges, though. Next week, Dragonmine. Oh my god! Wait. I think I saw something about that. I saw the picture in the live stream. But you know, one of the things that kind of annoys me, because like there's this one character. I'm not exactly sure what her name is, but like the main girl you see on the poster for like the DNA live stream. What's that? The one with golden hair. I don't know why it feels like her boobs are always rendered like so strangely, like the shadowing. If you look at the poster, I don't know why I hyper focused on something like that, but yeah, twice every time I look at it, it feels like why are her boobs? The shadows on it feels different from the shadowing of like everything else on her. So, like I don't know. Anyways, okay, I'm gonna stop being weird for now because that is also embarrassing. This is gonna be recorded in an eternal VOD. But yeah, okay. I'm gonna do a wall. If you skip the dialogue, uh, and then basically the game will not give you any hints about what to do next because you literally did not listen to the NPC explaining the quest to you. And that is such a funny thing to do. Imagine like if someone actually implemented that, I feel like a lot of players would be like so frustrated. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do now? Because I didn't listen to some NPC dude yap on for like 2 hours about how he wanted to save like his grandmother's last living legacy or something like that. But yeah. Oh my god, the DNA devs have their priorities. But yeah, I said like literally even as a girl, I said like I just hyper focused on it so bad because it was just so glaringly obvious. Like I felt like the shadowing was just so strange or like very highly detailed. It's like why does this feel so out of place for some reason? Or I don't know if they did that on purpose just to like draw your attention to it, but yeah. Anyways, I think there's a lot more male characters coming also, which is nice because there's a lot of girls but also not enough guys and like out of the current guys, most of them are not actually useful, so that's kind of depressing. Randy is also apparently very useless in the early game because most of the stuff does not even scale on defense, and he is a defense scaling character. He is basically the adventuring of DNA. Yeah. Except he's not as, like, he doesn't have as much. Oh my god. Oh no, is the game okay now? It's my internet, unfortunately. Oh my god. Um, yeah, no one saw that. I mean, you guys all did, but still, kind of just kind of hope that no one really paid too much attention to that. So yeah, it happens. Unfortunately, my internet is garbage. No matter how much we pay, it's still just garbage. But that's how life is. So I can't really change anything. Discord also stopped working for a while. Really? Is it like a Cloudflare thing again? I feel like a lot of things apparently rely on Cloudflare and then... Yeah, I don't know. There's even like a website like would basically use it to check. It's like, is it a me problem or is it a website problem? And because Cloudflare like collapsed and then that website also runs on Cloudflare, so it also collapsed and that was such a funny thing. Yeah. Wait, I was thinking about the MC and DNA. So the MC and DNA, I don't know, I kind of just felt it was gonna be a traveler situation, and then maybe in the future we would be required to use him again. So I kind of just like leveled him up anyways. Relatively, because either way you can't really bring an AFK character that much. I mean, you have Rebecca, but it's still better when you put like Rebecca as an NPC by or like a AI controlled character by herself when you're doing like AFK runs and all that. But yeah. I don't know why Hoya named him Durin if you had able called Durian. Oh my god. What Durian fine? Yeah, oh my god, dude. I have never actually tried that combination, but you know the hilarious thing is that despite people always suggesting so many different kinds of like strategies, like when you're actually playing Currency Wars, it's not as if you can really like go out of your way to trigger specific strategies because like it's just way too vague sometimes, or like the RNG is just too bad. So I don't really know. I feel like that's not really like the best way to focus. You kind of just like see what you have and just like go for it there. Yeah. Oh, I forgot the shout out. Wait, let me remember that. Uh Actually, is there a way to copy? I feel like there was a way to like copy a username. I kind of forgot how. Oops, wrong button. Anyways, yeah, I could have sworn there's a way to do that. Mm-hmm. Oops, wrong. Wait, let me fix that. I'm still not used to like doing shoutouts and all that. Hopefully, it worked out well. Oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah, feel free to check out Zona Baldo as well. They also play a lot of games. They also play DNA and Star Rail and Wuthering Ways, if I remember correctly. Yeah. So they're fun. Their model's also very nice, so yeah, feel free to check them out. Very, very friendly. They were just doing like currency wars earlier and trying lots of different strategies. Like there were some times so like the RNG was just not very forgiving, which is kind of like, sad, but that's how it goes. Mm. Is Darker going to 39% chance? We're gonna hope it's a better chance though. In my case, actually, let me try. What do I get? Oh, 93% chance. Which means I'm probably going to lose a 50-50 after all. Pretty much anytime I try to go for things like this, if I do the gacha thing, if I do the fortune thing, it's like, oh, you have great luck. It just tells me the opposite. Well, more like, not really the opposite, it's more like, if it tells me I'm going to win, I'm going to lose. If it tells me I'm going to lose, I'm going to lose anyways. The gachas are so mean to me. I did that for fun, and it pretty much has never left my stream, which kind of felt like appropriate considering most of the games I play are gacha games, so it's like, why not include that as well? Although I wish I could like add more stuff. Like I would want to add like more fortunes of the days and those kinds of things, but yeah. Wait, what do you mean you still don't like to do currency war? I thought you maxed out currency wars already. Or who did max out currency wars? I just do whatever's like required weekly, but I have not really like, you know, taken too seriously, mostly because it's very time consuming. Like it's a good game mode, but I have so many other things to focus on. I've been trying to 100% DNA, and I actually found this YouTuber who makes like really good guides, like really quick guides actually, like for finding like 60 plus various like treasures, readable items, collectible items, those kinds of things. You could probably watch like a 20-minute video and it's so much better. Because one of the gripes I usually had, which with a lot of Hoyo guides, is that, for example, if you have, let's say, the Lunoculus and you have the treasure chests, normally it would be nice if you had like one guide that would collect both at the same time, right? Because a lot of treasure chests are also very near a lot of Lunoculus and vice versa. So what I really dislike is having to go through an area and seeing literally a Lunoculus right in front of me next to a treasure chest. So obviously I'm going to collect both of them. So by the time I'm doing like one treasure chest guide, that means I'll have to redo the entire route to do a Lunoculus guide, which I don't want that. That's so like such a waste of time. It'd be better if you just did both. So I'm really happy about this DNA guides because it's like it's just complete. Like, or I'm assuming it's complete. I only did a couple of videos, but it seems like it was really good. I feel like with Darker, I feel like you really have to learn to combine head and egg together because otherwise the auto mode keeps thinking that it's like you're saying something sus. I don't know why, but yeah, it's just really funny. So yeah, you have to combine head and egg together. Yeah, because the auto mode is so strict. Honestly, I'm pretty sure I already changed it to be less strict because I feel like sometimes it keeps like flagging messages that are not um because giving head is it's kind of an invent well, it's not an invento technically, it's an actual like sexual term, so yeah. Yeah, so it's probably better to Google it because I also don't want to mention it like on stream. But yeah, if you just search like giving head, like you'll understand what it means and why it's usually flagged by the auto mod. Yeah, yeah. I don't know why. Yeah, but anyways, it's a little bit weird because sometimes it just like bypasses so many other worse things, but sometimes it's like even the very mild stuff it just immediately flags. So I don't know. I sometimes have to actually pay attention and like, oh well, why does that message suddenly not appearing? It's like, oh, it was flagged. Yeah, you gotcha players stay far from that grassy innocent. Sure. Sure we are. Nodcry Compass is really good for exploration now. Yeah, I know. I'm so happy about it. I actually, this is like the first time in like ages where I didn't have to really watch any guides anymore. I kind of tried for a bit in like the early stages just to like upgrade the compass to a certain level. But then afterwards, and then I just kept using the compass again and again and again. It kind of makes me feel bad for all the creators who still make the videos, because it's like if you have the compass and it's so good, that means I'm assuming less people will actually be interested in watching their videos. But I'm pretty sure there will still be like a different market for it, so it's okay. I think overall it's still acceptable and all that. Deep Immersifier is just like fuel can skip. Actually, have never used that before, because honestly, considering I already play on auto mode, like AFK auto mode, I don't really need to spend those kinds of things anyways. I don't really feel like it's worth it to spend it. I mean, not right now anyways. I mean, I can still clear all the content like very quickly, so it's okay. Some bots still get past. Yeah, it's kind of crazy how all the bots are still like coming. I don't know, like sometimes it just pop up randomly. It's a little bit better now than it was like a few years ago, because when I started streaming in like the bots were so bad. Like pretty much I'd get one almost like every other stream or something, and it's like such a mess because before like their actual links were still included, and then now they just tell you like, oh, search this website, but like remove the space. It's like, who the hell will do that? Like you can't accidentally click on it anymore. So you actually have to like go out of your way to like copy paste it or type that specific thing onto a web page just to access it, which basically defeats the entire purpose because who's dumb enough to do all of that? Deep Immersifier will not use your main Immersifier. Total have 24 Okay, I don't really know what those are anymore. Wait, what's the difference? There's like a deep one and a main one? Which one is that? I just know those like little ticket thingies, right? The ones that like you use to like quick clear a bunch of stuff. Yeah, I have not bothered. There's like a lot of stuff that I don't actually use in Star Rail because I'm simultaneously a hoarder and also because I'm indecisive. So like I don't like using anything with any sort of finality to it because it stresses me out. Like what if I use this specific thing to craft a relic with like the specific substats and it's not actually good substats or something like that, or it's like not the ideal substats for this character, then I feel like I would have just wasted the materials, and so I end up not using them, and so those things go to waste anyways. Yeah. I have very flawed logic with a lot of things like this, but that's how it goes, and I end up like grinding stuff manually instead of like just taking the easy route, which is probably a stupid way to play the game. But anyways, it's my game, so I have very low standards when it comes to building characters, honestly. I kind of just like look at a guide and then see vaguely like, oh, did they reach like the kind of benchmark? It's like, okay, they do, then that's fine, and then I just leave it at that. Because I feel like min-maxing everything is just way too stressful. I crafted speed boots with crit rate, crit damage for Cypher today. Oh, nice. Did they roll well? That's always my worry. Like if you end up like getting a lot of good substats, but it all goes into like the worst substat, which is pain. Or you know, like one of those things where you have like well, technically again, Star Rail doesn't have energy recharge except for like the rope. But like imagine if you were in Genshin and you have like attack, EM, crit rate, and crit damage, and like it just goes like maybe all to attack or all to EM and nothing else. And it kind of like, even though all substats are good, but it kind of feels like it just got wasted. I swear, sometimes the hotkeys are just so useless because they don't trigger in time. I end up having to like actively look at my OBS whether it's working or not, which kind of defeats the purpose of having a hotkey in the first place. I got like 5:18 ratio on that speed boot. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. Well, actually, that's still pretty good. Well, it depends what the other substats were, but it should be fine, I think. I just kind of feel bad for like Cyrene. I have her Cyrene at 180 speed right now, which I think is still not enough. I don't know. I kind of like too lazy because I don't plan on getting like two piece sets of like 6% speed each. Because otherwise I don't think I'll be able to reach 200 speed like that unless I go for that route. Okay. Other is HP and defense. Wait, does Cypher scale on HP? I don't think she does, right? Investigate the shipwreck. Okay. I didn't even realize that there was a shipwreck there. Actually, should I fight this thing? I guess I should. Oh no, I think his burst was ready a while ago. Okay, almost done. Almost done. Nice. I feel like a lot of the damage was sort of like burning damage or something. That guy immune to Dendro. Yeah, I know he's immune to Dendro, but I'm also just too lazy to change my teams. That's how lazy I am. Even though I know it's like honestly like not optimal solution to doing anything, but yeah, my laziness just overcomes everything else. Like watch me struggle for like 5 minutes to fight an enemy instead of like taking a minute to change my team instead. I just use Skirk on anything, not Cryo. They are annoying enough. Yeah, honestly, she's a good character. It's just that I need to practice using these guys because otherwise I'm going to not remember how to use them when like I actually need to use them. And also because I also don't want to change my teams during like daily comms because I keep forgetting and then sometimes I lose out on the friendship EXP and like no. I'm a name card collector actually. If you're thinking about like friendship, I have everyone except these guys at level 10. So that is honestly my best achievement. I went through all that trouble. So I end up frequently you will see me with very very weird teams just for friendship purposes. Ooh, I have too many 5 stars I don't use, but that's neither here nor there. The main priority is I have everyone level 10. So yeah, so many name cards. Except that I don't really get the what do you call it? I have even this one. I have the Alhaitham and Kaveh KFC collaboration name card. It was just very expensive, but I got it anyways. I don't have the BP name cards though. I don't really feel like they're worth it. Yeah, I'm never gonna be able to get this because it's just annoying that the Selenic Chronicles are now locked. I have mail. Yeah, I frequently have mail, most of which are not very useful. Like, this one's just Miliastra, and I don't like Miliastra Wonderland. Primo Gems. I will think about it. Anyways, I usually just leave it there as a reminder that there's something important I have to look for or something like that. I have to change because my current team is Kirara, Nehar, Lama, and Barbara. Oh, so many, so many Dendro. Yeah, Miliastra was pain. I feel like they wasted a lot of resources on something that wasn't particularly interesting. Which I kind of feel bad because I'm pretty sure they did put a lot of effort, but at the same time, it's like, did they not talk to people about things like this before they started? What's with all the rocks though? Like, am I supposed to throw them at somewhere? I don't think so. Or was there like something covering it here and then I uncovered it already, so I did. Anyways, it was idea of CEO nephew, so it had to be implemented even if it was bad. Honestly, if a relative of mine was working in my company and tried to suggest a stupid idea, I'd be the first person to smack you. It's like, are you seriously going to embarrass me this way? I would never tolerate that kind of nonsense. It's like I don't like people enough to suffer. Oh my god, sorry, I missed your I missed your message. Yo, welcome to the stream, Panda9. Hello, hello. Sorry. I yeah, welcome to the stream and all that. How are you guys doing? But yeah, honestly, Miliastra was kind of, it just felt too much like Roblox, and I don't even like Roblox. I'm still, I get there's an appeal to it for some people, but generally it's just, yeah. I know one person, only one person who plays, and that girl is, how old is she? 23 or 22, something. She's like a fresh grad, and just looking at her makes me feel old because it's like, literally asked her what her hobbies in life were, and it's basically just doing makeup, drinking coffee, but not really because she just drinks the coffee her mom makes, gossiping with friends, and playing Roblox. It's like, how old are you again? That, I don't know, it feels like every time I look at Roblox, I really dislike the graphics. Like, I'm pretty sure there are good games there, but I just really hate the graphics most of the time. It feels like super childish, I guess. Sorry to anyone who likes Roblox. Don't cancel me, but yeah, I mean, we all have different tastes in games and all that. I obviously still prefer like more anime style, as evidenced by my choice in games. But yeah, anything with graphics that are too bad just kind of stresses me out because it doesn't really feel polished. I know there's this some dress up game that's also very popular, which I don't understand because the clothes look so bad when you're playing it on models that kind of look like Legos. But yeah, or even like worse versions of Legos. I've never actually played Minecraft, just saying, because I also feel like I would get too stressed and indecisive about everything because there's just too much options to do with Minecraft. Although I feel like if I had some kind of goal, it'd probably be okay. But yeah, new Roblox have gacha and waifus with sleeveless sleeves and black shorts and long socks and one legs. Yeah, the asymmetrical socks. Like damn, Hoyo can never let it go. Like they always have specific clothing choices that they really like, and you can tell because like every single character always has that base formula of like a freaking backless dress with like the sleeveless, all like detached sleeves and asymmetrical boots or asymmetrical socks and like a thigh strap usually. They can never let go of the thigh straps. With like so many of the guys also have that same thigh strap, so it's honestly hilarious because it's like, damn, they really cinched it so tight. Yeah, they're a little bit uncreative with their guy models though. They all kind of vaguely look the same, which is unfortunate, but anyways, I feel like they could definitely learn some lessons from like other games. I like I'm still kind of confused about Wuthering Waves though, because initially my impression of it was more like old style kind of, or fantasy vibes, and then now suddenly we're kind of going to like a Japan-esque city, like a cyberpunk type of place. I mean, I don't play WoWa, so I don't really have context for a lot of things, but suddenly Chisa, which honestly looks like a Silent Hill character out of the blue. Yeah. Yeah. I still can't get over Chisa. Her, was that scissors? Or like, no, not scissors. Joke. That's a different character. That's a Gachiakuta character. Her scythe thing is so good. Yeah, I don't know who Rio is, but Chisa looks like a very genetic like a generic anime schoolgirl, just older, kind of. Not very much older, but still. Like the high school type, or what the? What the? Why are you always so focused on the proof of cognoscenti or something like that? I did not read anything at all with this entire quest, so I have no idea what's going on. Generic JP schoolgirl, that's why everyone loves her. Yeah. Although they did do her I like her animation when she kicks her spear and it just like spirals and it goes into like really like with the flames and all that. That was so cool. I saw it in slow motion. It was like dramatic as hell. And yeah, they knew what they were doing when they did that. Rio is Blue Archive character who looks like Jason. Okay. I mean, I guess I don't need to search for that if they look very similar anyways. That new blonde Gyarugal. Yeah, oh my god. It's so hilarious because also the guy, the professor, right? The blonde professor, what's his name? Luca? Or something like that. It starts with an L. I can't really remember. Like again, I don't play Wuthering Waves, so literally everything I know is just because I see it on Twitter and I know you guys play. That's why I frequently post stuff in our Wuthering Waves channel, even though I don't understand most of the things going on. But yeah, he looks so much like a combination of like if basically if child no not child if Adventuring and Ratio had a kid, he would look just like Luca. Yeah, everyone looks like Chewie. Squint your eyes enough. True. True, honestly, because he's very pretty and he honestly has, because he has a smaller build, so if you literally just put a blonde wig on him, it will look just like that girl. Pretty much. The eye color, the skin tone, like the shade of yellow, kind of. I was literally this close to like pressing C and showing you guys Adventuring, and then I forgot I'm not playing the correct game. Wait, we were supposed to do Durin's Quest, and I literally forgot, and I got sidetracked doing stuff with Yehoda, and I did not even read anything related to Yehoda. What was that about? Okay, I mean, I feel like it's probably not interesting enough to like go to YouTube just to watch, but it's okay. Chisa banner ends in 1 day. I'm at 50 pity guaranteed. Oh my god. Oh my god. How many rolls can you still do though? Like are you spamming single rolls now? Cuz that's kind of stressful. I can't imagine being in that situation. But yeah. Um I I wish you the best of luck anyways. You might have a miracle and all that. Let's do it again. Wait. What's the gacha? Can I do that for someone else? Joke, I can't do that for someone else. Oh my god, my chances went down, so hopefully that means your chances will go up. I want Cantarella Constellations. No, a new character before Constellations. That's always the rule when you're like free to play. That's pretty much the rule. Actually, even for like general spend, like high spenders, I would still recommend getting new characters over Constellations. Unless their constellation is like super cracked, but that's not really the case. It's usually like in the later constellations where that's actually happens. For like a lot of Genshin and Star Rail, their best constellations are almost always at the 2 mark. Because this is usually where the most changes to their gameplay or buff tends to happen. And because devs know that this up to this point is still within a quote-unquote reasonable range for like a kind of like average to high spender to roll for, like they would still attempt it. But anything from like 3 onwards feels like a luxury that even for me I would normally not bother with anymore. I'd only go beyond or like all the way if I absolutely love a character. But pretty much anything beyond C3 is just kind of like way too expensive to justify. Like the cost of it, you'd basically just better off spending it on like a new character and getting them to C2 instead of like going all the way. I see 3 Ryan demands above. Every new Electro character is better than her now. Yeah, and honestly the sad thing is because after like the whole like Japan and China debacle, I don't think we're gonna get anything related to Inazuma. anytime soon. Which is kind of expected because we haven't really gotten anything related to Inazuma in ages. But yeah, adventuring. Wait, what was I talking about? I mean, yeah, I got adventuring all the way to E6, but that's because I really like him, and I read all his Eidolons and felt like it was worth getting because they're all damage related. And I do like damage related buffs because there are some buffs that are kind of meh. Like if it's a quality of life buff, like usually not really. I mean, especially the older characters, when you read a lot of their constellations or the Eidolons, it's like, God, what were the devs thinking? Like, you just think about Shao C4. Like freaking C4. You get 100% death bonus. Like who needs this? Like like what were they thinking with this? And this Constellation C6, this would have been cracked if only you did not need to hit two opponents. If this was at least one opponent, because imagine most endgame content is literally just you fighting against one final boss. So if you how is this useful? You can't maximize any of this at all. It's just worthless. Even this is absolutely worthless. This is like one of my first regrets in the game. I spent money to get this, just saying, because my friend who was my only Genshin friend that time absolutely told me this was like a game-changing constellation. And I got it and then realized shortly after this was garbage, and then I never listened to her advice on anything related to constellations ever again. It's like, bruh, I mean, this girl kept pretending like she was better than me at the game, but honestly, not really. Not really. This one is good though. I like this one because if you heal, that means you can free up a slot. Instead of bringing another sustain unit, you could bring like an actual buffer or a sub DPS kind of slot. So that kind of makes sense. But yeah, Pyro Shao over Crash over Animo Shao. Honestly, it feels like a lot of times Shao is weakest with his own Animo version. Like, unless maybe if you have like Farazan. Actually, you know what would be nice if you bring like Farazan and Bennett and I think Shangling? I don't know. I know before that was like one of the ideal teams. Maybe not Shangling if you have like energy issues, but some other yeah, some other pyro character or something like that. I don't know. There's like a lot of fun combinations back in the day. We have like Xiao with Shangling and what's that name? Kaya. Because those are really good off-field bursts. It's just that sometimes the rotations, I think like the cycling of the stuff doesn't like match up perfectly, but in general it's like pretty good. I feel like if you use Kaya's burst first and then you use Shangling immediately after, you could just like melt. Like off-field melt. That would be fun. Not sure how much damage that would actually do, but it's at least visually fun. Shao, Bennett, Shenyan, and Farine I use now at C6 Bennett. I can date with Farine. Oh, you're right. I also C6 my Bennett because I was so mad at having to see that freaking exclamation point every single day of my life. But it took me, I think, probably 3 years or more before I decided to C6 him. Like, yeah, this one. I think nowadays though they really learned after this whole debacle that they should always include a clause that you cannot overwrite their elements or something like that, which can be good and bad, but generally good. But yeah, C6 is one of the worst. Yeah, it's a very mediocre buff, honestly. I think in general, people would only use it for like the Pyro Infusion, which can be good, but it's a very niche scenario, honestly. I don't really like making weird combinations of teams because it kind of like stresses my brain out. I just like using them in their typical fashion because I also never change their artifacts. Like whatever they're using, that is it. I don't change their weapons, I don't change their artifacts. If they're like this, that's it. I will only change their equipment if I need to steal it for someone else, but basically I don't have like a specific like, oh, this Bennett is like for a pyro build, this is like for a melt build. I don't do that because we don't have artifact presets. It's very inconvenient to change things all the time. Like what if you change stuff and then you forget and then you're stuck doing Spiral Abyss and it's like, why is my damage so low? I did so bad, and you go through floor 12 feeling like shit, and then you look at your Bennett and he's carrying like a level 1 sword. It's like, oh my god. Imagine. I feel like that has happened to a lot of people. Um, more times than it should. So yeah, I don't like that feeling. I don't want to feel that. So just generally avoid it altogether. Farazan, I don't use. I don't have C6 Farazan. Actually, I don't remember if I C6 Farazan. I feel like I don't. Or maybe close to C6, but probably not C6. I'm not entirely sure though. Because there's a lot of 4 stars that I haven't really paid attention to in a long time. Especially from like Sumeru onwards, I think. I got what's her name? Yeah, Sumeru. I got Sethas very late. I got a lot of characters very late. I don't even remember if I have like Charlotte at no, Charlotte I have at C5. I don't think I have Chevreuse at C6 either, so yeah. Anyways, because they always appear in a lot of banners where I don't really care about the 4 stars, which is kind of unfortunate. Or like the 5 stars, like I don't care about the 5 stars, so which is unfortunate. I just C6 last month to get that 50% pyro damage bonus for Malvika and Arlecchino. Yeah. Farzan C6 was the hype back in days because of 40 crit damage buffers. 40 crit damage? What? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess crit rate and crit damage is still more important in Genshin than it is in Star Rail because of like diminishing returns and all that, but like 40? I don't know. That feels like a very underwhelming number. Wait, I did not read that first line. Is he cheating? Oh my god, wow, that's a lot of crap. Actually, I don't really know because I don't play enough TCG to tell whether this is like a good roll or not. Oh yeah, good luck with working. Well, I don't know if you need the good luck, but hope you don't die while working, I guess. I mean, work always sucks in my case, so yeah, yeah, good luck and not suffering and all that. Okay, I just said good luck twice. Anyways, it's fine. It's fine. You will survive. I wish you the best and all that. Sunday has spoiled it. 2010 crit rate, crit damage. Because I don't even look at those numbers actually. When I play, I literally don't look at any of their stats while I'm playing. I just let auto mode and just like hope for the best. In Genshin, we rarely get crit rate, crit damage. Wait, really? I think we get it often enough? Or maybe it's just because I don't pay attention either. Or it's usually just inbuilt into like the weapons and stuff? So I mean the scaling for crit rate and crit damage in weapons is higher than it is in Star Rail, so I guess it kind of just offsets it a little bit. Limited edition card? Why would she bet her limited edition card? I don't like games like this though. That would be very stressful. Oh, this is bad. I know that's bad because it's like too many varied elements all at the same time. Did he just get like one of everything? Also, it feels so strange to be like playing outdoors. Aren't they afraid that their cars will get blown away by the wind or something? Wouldn't it have been funnier to like play in the cat's... What's that, the cat's cradle? Is that what you call the place where Diona works at? Oh, the cat's tail joke! What was I thinking about the cat's cradle? Where is that from? I feel like that's probably like the name of another place. Okay, I'm gonna search that really quick because I'm... Yeah. I know it's a game, but like... No, not that. It's just the Cat's Cradle is also apparently a satirical postmodern novel with science fiction elements by American writer Kurt Vonnegut. Yeah, I'm not gonna read that, obviously. Anyways...
ドゥリンの気配が動物を怯えさせるんだ。かつて竜だったからかもしれないな。
Oh, so that's why they're not at the cat's tail because of the cats, literally.
普段なら逃げれば済む話だが、キャッツテールの中じゃ、あそこの猫は酒場を自分たちの縄張りとみなしてる。逃げ場。
ただ巣を借りて寝ようと思っただけ。
Why did Durin think it was a smart idea to like borrow their nest for a nap? It's like you're so big. Like you definitely cannot fit in a cat tree or anything.
それってソファーのことか？
Sofa, cat sofa.
あのソファーが一番心地いい姿勢で寝れるんだけど、あの黒
You could just have his own sofa. Just get Albedo to like make one for you.
やっと一つだけ
I mean, after all, literally Var could just assign Albedo to like make chairs for him. So I'm pretty sure he could come up with like a cat sofa for you as well.
使えるのは夜だけなんだよね。
リオナが助けてくれたんだな。あいつ意外と人助けが好きなのか？
一番の理由はドゥリンが酒嫌いだってことさ。リオナは珍しく気が合う人に出会えたんだ。こんな場所で生きてるくせにもったいない話だ。
Really? Durin doesn't want to drink alcohol? Why?
モンドのお酒は今の僕にはまだ。
What kind of metabolism does this dude even have that he can't handle alcohol?
無理しなくていいぞ。モンドにいるやつは絶対にお酒を飲まなきゃいけない。なんてことはないんだからな。
Who says you have to drink just because you're in Mondstadt? Venti, probably.
友達をもっと作るために人間との
Yeah, just a baby.
でだからか
Oh my god, look at that.
学んでるんだ。これも一種の触れ合いだけど、お酒を飲む必要はないし、断罪の皇女様の指導も受けられるしね。
Oh, you meant beer. I thought you meant bear. I thought I was thinking about like the actual like bear, like raw honey bear. Okay, that went in a strange direction. That's why I was confused. Suddenly, like the 8-ball like showed up with an emoji of like a dog. I was like, what does the dog have to do with the bear? And I got even more confused. Everything's so weird right now.
必然召喚でも友達はできると思うぜ。
I feel like you could definitely find other better games to play, but sure, why not? I don't even remember the last time I touched anything TCG related though.
ガイアにも勝てるぞ。
残念ながらこの運の悪さはスメールの七星召喚チャンピオンでも。
確かにあまりいいとは言えない。
こいつがこのデメを出したのはこれで3回目だ。
What?
ずっとこの
The third roll? Are his dice like tampered with or something? Or someone messing with him for no reason?
運命の神が本当
You can help Sister Rosaria at church. I mean, you know, you can help Sister Rosaria. You know where she is? She's not at church. She's definitely hiding up somewhere in the woods or tracking down criminals or something. I think the last place you'll find her is probably at church. You would be helping Barbara from her stalker. Well, that's honestly a good idea. You could just like kind of be her bodyguard instead.
もう
Hey, look at this stream, Kurai Drake. We kind of spent so much. Oh my god, we spent an hour just like talking about random things and apparently also not finishing Durin's story. We're literally at the beginning stages because I kind of got distracted by Yehoda's quest and didn't read anything of that. And yeah, just talking a lot about Stariel because there's like so many things going on there.
受けた竜の末裔も運命のいたずらに
にゃほー
破れてしまうという。
Nyahoo. Yeah, poor Fischl. Durin has the absolute worst luck at TCG apparently, and Fischl was betting everything on him to like win her limited edition card back from Kaya, but look at them. They're just so sad. My god, you kind of feel pity for both of them.
次は絶対勝てるよ。ほら、ドドコ貸してあげる。
Aw, Clee's such a sweetheart. Look at that. He can borrow Todoko.
ありがとうクレイちゃん。でも
そっか。わかった
え？
魔法の本に次の章のヒントが出たのか？
うん。 今回はどこに行けばいい？
Hey, he didn't even finish the game. Is he just ditching the game? What? And not a single person protested against him just leaving out of the blue? I mean, okay, I guess.
栄誉騎士のお兄ちゃんとちびドリンのお兄ちゃんは大冒険しに行くの？でもクレイ、今日は神団長にここを離れちゃダメって言われてるんだ。帰ってきたら冒険のお話を聞かせてね。
I'm honestly surprised. Wait, in the next phase, is she going to be one of the five-star banners?
モンドでお前に会うなんて珍しいな。時間があったら一杯どうだ？
Please gonna snitch Kaya to Jean. Wait, what did Kaya do? He just kind of won for no reason, but like,
いたずら。
there, as if we never left the game at all. Man, though, look at those rolls. It's still hilarious that they're playing outdoors. Oh, Diona's here. Can we talk to Diona? I was not supposed to stand on the fence.
お酒の匂い。
Who is she smelling this time? Some dude is apparently drunk again? Mondstadt has just way too many day drinkers. I have not been back here in ages though. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't like playing TCG, unfortunately. Not dealing with that. Oh, it's Linny! Lynette joke. Not Linny. It's Lynette! Who else is in the room? No one? Okay, I guess. Aw, the cats are so cute. But yeah. Oh, the cat sofa. I still can't imagine Durin would fit on this cat sofa though. He seems a little bit too big for it. Oh, Chef Mao, Timaeus. Oh, oh wait, they do know each other. Yeah, because Timaeus is now dating the perfume lady, the sus perfume lady. I didn't realize there was a second floor. And there is nothing on the second floor. Why even bother having a second floor if it's literally just like a freaking edge-to-edge kind of wall? Whatever you call it, a loft kind of thing? China and Korea, they really need to stop with all those lolly characters. Which ones are you referring to? Yeah, Ying. Yeah, I think something like that. She was a weird lady. She kind of helped a bunch of times though, which is still surprising. Okay, wait, what was I supposed to do? Almost everyone? Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. There's a little bit too much nowadays, but surprisingly though, if you actually think about it, we have not gotten a single kid male model ever since the beginning of the game. Like, we don't have anyone of like Klee's size that is male. So yeah, the smallest you'll ever get is literally just Xiao. Or like this current size. There's nothing smaller than this anymore, which is strange to think about, honestly. Yeah, like, you have this model for like the girls, but you don't have that model for the guys. I mean, they could just make it a 4-star, but yeah. They honestly had that chance, I think. Probably. Wait, not with Mika, I guess. Who would be best suited for that kind of role? Not Dahlia either, because Dahlia is like an adult who drinks way too much. If Aino had been male, honestly, but I felt like it would have been weird if Aino's butler was Inefa, so that's probably not a good thing. Yeah, actually, when you think about it, there isn't really much of a lore-relevant reason to have, like, a very short male character anyways. Never mind. You mean, like, child character? Character looks like child age of 3000. Either way goes, honestly, but to be fair, I don't actually want a child model because that just makes it annoying to like explore. I never use child models for like anything like running, swimming, climbing. It's such a pain because they run out of stamina like much faster in the sense that they cover a shorter distance just by virtue of having like shorter legs. Everything's too sus. We're just not gonna focus on that part because I don't want to think about what the devs are thinking. It's child labor, so I'll refrain from refrain from it. Yeah. You just use Llama with her pretty dash. So there's that. I almost always end up accidentally falling places where I shouldn't though. But it's nice that they actually incorporated this form into like a lot of the story quests. So it's not literally just like for fun. It's like an actual lore thing.
どんな根城に救うのでしょう。
Do you an old MMO game named Terra? Um, no. Wait, that's not. I'm assuming that's not the same as Terraria. Let me check that for a bit. Pick fantasy MMORPG. Well, actually, I'm not good with stuff like that. Visit the store page. At least it's free? Oh, it's no longer available in the Steam store. Okay, that's kind of... yeah. Oldest game I play is FGO, which is 10 years old. Oh, what is the oldest game I play? I guess... well, Ensemble Stars is technically not the oldest in global. It is, like, oldest in terms of franchise, I guess? But yeah. Other than that, all of my games are still, like, relatively new. I'm not good at MMORPGs though, or in general, anything that involves like too many other players. I think the most that I've tried was when they had like this Ni no Kuni MMORPG, and I only played it for like maybe a week or so before I got too stressed about it because I didn't like having to follow like a specific time to like do boss battles, raids, or like in general just having to like meet up with teammates, and like it was such a mess. Like that's the same reason why my coworkers could never convince me to play Ragnarok with them. Also because I never grew up on Ragnarok either, so I don't have like that nostalgia factor to like convince me to play that game. And then I watched my coworker play it and I was like, the UI was such a mess. Like there were so many things going on at the same time. I tried Diablo Mobile. It was like game was like, oh no. I can't imagine a game like Diablo would be good in mobile though. It feels like it's such a waste because Diablo isn't that like a large scale game? There's just a bunch of games I feel like are not suited. Like imagine playing as something as like lore heavy or like huge as like Witcher on a mobile. Yeah, I can't really imagine that would work out so well. Just in case you guys didn't see, the entire Witcher 1, 2, 3 collection is apparently on sale for like maybe $6, I think. I have never played Witcher, but I'm very tempted to buy it because it's so cheap now. It's like what, 88% off? Which I feel like is really worth it, but also I don't really have time to play, so I don't know if it's a good idea because I keep buying games and then they just go into my backlog and then never see the light of day. So yeah, but in case, and if you're interested in trying, it's probably the cheapest it will ever be. So yeah, it's a good time. There's a lot of Steam games on sale right now. The game forces you to pick male or female, depends on the... okay, had a lolly character that could only be female and could be any class. It feels like the devs wanted you to play the lolly characters. Okay, that sounds kind of sus, which I don't really like. But anything too gender focused is irritating to me. That's why I always get confused when I play indie games and they force you to pick a specific gender. It's like, we're still doing that in 2025 kind of feeling? Yeah. Because I feel like it'd be better to just focus on appearance rather than focusing on gender, or in general, just like letting you pick any body type that you would prefer, rather than like categorizing it into like male or female, or just in general giving you the option to change any time, which is much better. Which is why, I was so surprised when I found out that in Monster Hunter, if you would actually like to change your character's design, you would need to buy a special ticket that costs real money, that so that you could actually change your appearance of your character, which means I would literally be stuck on the main character creations screen for like probably the entire time. I don't think I could move on from the game because it it's so difficult for me to decide things like that. Like just varying between all like the different options, like the faces, the eyes, like the shape of your nose and all those petty little things. Like the more customization options you give people, I feel like the less sense it makes for you to like make it so expensive to like change their physical appearance. I don't know. Or like in general, why do you have to pay to use that option? It feels strange. Apparently, it was a normal thing in other games. I didn't realize because my brother was when I told my brother about it, he's like, "Oh, yeah, that's normal." I was like, "What? That's normal?" It's like, yeah, apparently a lot of other games do that, but like, what is the point, anyways?
聞いた話ではモンドにはちょうどそういう場所があるそうだね。
Dev's supposed to be Blue Archives enthusiast. Oh no, what is Blue Archives even about at this point? In Uwa Endgame Battle of Renacita, there was only one playable male character and rest were female. Oh no. Yeah, the unbalanced is honestly one of the major reasons why I didn't want to play Uwa. It's just because I don't really like that it's so unbalanced. Because it felt like everything was a lot of fan service for all the female characters. Which, I mean, I am a girl, which I also don't really appreciate things like that anyways.
そこに住んでる竜の名前は
But in general, having too much fan service kind of detracts from like the story. I feel like if you make every single character you encounter magically fall in love with the MC, like whether they're male or female, it kind of ruins the immersion of the story. Because in real life, do you really think that every single person you meet on your journey is going to like you? No. A lot of people probably actively dislike you, so it feels unrealistic for everyone to just keep like falling in love with you. Like, okay, it's fine if they're like just general acquaintances or general friends, but like if they really like fall in love with you, like that feels very strange. I don't know, like how do you manage your relationships like that? Because as soon as you move on to the next region, you kind of like you dump them, and then what, you're gonna find like the next waifu to like go after and just like rinse and repeat every single region, which I don't know, it makes the character feel shallow instead. Like you're not developing them as a character separate from the MC. Like you want them to stand on their own without like focusing on the relationship with the MC, which I felt like was a very bad thing that they did with Firefly, because Firefly as a person has like a really long history. You're thinking about this character who is over 4,000 years old. Like literally she was there during the swarm disaster. And the only thing that they make you focus on is her relationship with the Trailblazer. And everything around Firefly was all like the whimsical, like, girl trying to spend her last days because she has a freaking terminal illness or whatever. In reality, she's like a freaking soldier. She's a soldier from a planet that just makes soldiers. And she fought in like a cosmic level war. And they don't even tell you any of these things. They put that in a video, but they don't even talk about it much during the actual story itself, which kind of like makes her character feel like so shallow. And also because like, like how she wanted to like live longer, right? Like basically that was the entire thing. She's been trying to find a cure for her illness, or well, her internal genetics issue, and you think like, oh, because she's like a short-lived species, so she wants to like live longer. No, this girl was 4,000 years old. So exactly, like when you think about like what exactly is her goal, like does she have like a tangible thing that she's working towards, or does she just literally want to live longer? Like there's no motive to it, so it feels kind of strange. Like honestly, I can't really imagine that she lived for over 4,000 years and still wanted to continue like that. But if you're thinking about what is her day-to-day life life like? Like, who are her most important relationships? Are with the Stellaron Hunters, and she's with them because she has a goal to extend her lifespan. So, outside of those guys, like, what, what else does she have? Like, she has no other meaningful relationships. Okay, I feel like I ranted so hard about some random topic again. I'm kind of detracted from like the main point, but yeah. The most annoying BS they did now is body type 1/2 just because they try to avoid the female male. Okay, what does that mean? Is that like the in-between kind of thing? It kind of do feels like that. Well, with Inacita, it feels more like girls are using you like Carlota, Cartethia. Romance felt forced. There was also Shorekeeper, right? Wasn't she also one of the initial characters who just kind of automatically fell in love with you or something like that? But yeah, even with Cyrene, actually that's also a problem that Cyrene has, because if you think about it, like her most important relationship was supposed to be with Finon, but in reality she just spends most of her time with you. Elf Girl is Cartethia. Is that the one who can like who has a big version and a short version at the same time? And Carlota is that short girl with ice ability who uses the gun. Is this the one with like the red jacket? Like the kind of pale colored hair with the red jacket? The whole 3,000 plus years and no one knows that character is literally a demigod. Oh my god. So many things. Oops. Okay, wow. I didn't realize we could still get damaged by that nowadays. Okay, where are we supposed to go? Yeah, wow, okay, that's still amazing. I got that right. Okay, I don't even play WoW, but and to be fair, I feel like I kind of recognize a lot of characters, I think.
そして嵐に巻き込まれて。
風に吹き飛ばされないか心配なら。
Hang on to my sleeve. Sleeve? Should you just grab him by like the waist or something?
心配はしなくていいぞ。行こうぜ。
Ooh, wow, we really just jumped. They actually showed you jumping. Oh, the Merry Witch. Oh, this is Alice.
成長していきました。
Okay, wait, need to hydrate for a bit. I went on a rant that went on too long, and then now my throat is like so dry.
高い塔を築き上げました。しかし物語の魔法使いは歳月には勝てず。
Yeah, Cantarella. She reminds... I don't know. It's easy for me to remember her name because it sounds like Cinderella. But yeah, Rebecca from DNA looks... Or not exactly looks, but kind of has a very similar vibe to her. Because they're always super sussy. The cherry! I know they hyper-focused on that during her trailer. Which, to be fair, that trailer was animated so well. Like, so good. But yeah, it was so sussy. I think the internet basically exploded when that trailer came out, so it was really funny to witness.
傷つけることを怖がって母の作ってくれた塔に隠れ二度と出てこなくなりました。
Mhm.
おお、今回はそのまま物語の世界に入ったみたいだな。このショー
After playing the story, I feel Cantarella to be more normal and reasonable than other character, despite trailer being so sussy. Yeah. She has a weird past. I think she had issues with her mother as well, right? Didn't she poison her mother or something like that? Or she just, like, got used to poison? It was a lot of strange elements together, but yeah. I think she's interesting though, at least. And there's also apparently another character that feels a lot like Truffle. Some church girl. With like Blonde? Looks like Cardcaptor Wait, not looks like. She kind of feels like Cardcaptor Sakura. A lot of her animations are like very similar. Like the way that she uses her cards looks like the same way that like Sakura does it, I guess, with like the whole clue card kind of situation thing going on.
箱の中にいた猫さん。
あ、それってニーローとナビアとキララのことだよな。
Oh my god, Kirara! Yeah, she's so cute, honestly. I'm just still very salty that Kirara doesn't have actual cat ears. She just has like her hair accessory thing that looks like cat ears, if you're not paying enough attention. It's like their family works in poison industry and potions. To select the head, you have to kill the family head with the poison you make yourself. Oh, okay. Yeah, that feels like it's just right up their alley, honestly. Kind of a dumb thing to do, but anyways, that's their own family tradition, I guess.
どんな感じだ？
何か心配事がある様子なのに何も教えてくれないんだ。
そのあいつはい
You could just Paimon, you can be honest. You could just say that he's emo. Because that's pretty much how he is. He's just so emo about everything. Broody. He's not a chicken.
うん。まずはお母さんの願いを叶えない。
And they have to kill their kins because of kind of curse. If not, they would get mad and crazy and throw a country level tantrum. Ah. Okay. I don't know. I feel like killing their kin would only just benefit like everyone else, not really benefit their family, but
今一番大事なのはこの章を保管することだぞ。
この日、突然とある冒険者の一団がやってきました。彼らは竜の子を助け、運命の呪いを解くのだと豪語しました。
yeah, it's still kind of a waste that Simulanka was only like a limited time area. It's like anything lore relevant, I feel like you should always do it the same way that Star Rail does it, as like conventional memoirs. So, I mean, because otherwise, how would you even understand the story if you have all of this as like a time limited event and then new players will never be able to experience it? Like, in exchange, they made like the Bennett area a permanent game mode, but you don't actually do anything there after you're done exploring, I guess. And literally, it was only for Bennett's lore and not really much else.
嘲笑ってないでヒントをくれ。
And as MC, we kind of freed them from the curse. Oh, okay, that's good. That means she doesn't have to murder anyone else anymore, or like she doesn't have to be murdered by anyone else anymore.
この地の中心にある高い塔に閉じこもっているようです。たどり着くには心を阻む障壁。
今回もまた大変そうだな。
Actually, we literally just started this portion, but okay, I think we can kind of make good time on this one.
塔に隠れている竜の子がかつての僕だとしたら他人を拒絶する手段ついてきて。
Okay, find a way to enter the castle. And see, this is the reason why up to some point you still kind of have to level up your main character, because like, imagine if we had this dude at like level 20, how are we gonna survive like the remaining portions if we ever need to fight anything?
あの望遠鏡、この魔法道具、見覚え。
A set of magical building blocks from Simulanka, set to change in mysterious ways when used with a magical telescope. Approach them to pick up these blocks, though you cannot carry them far. After picking up a block, hold the splice button to enter splicing mode. At this time, you can move the toy building blocks to glowing connection points before releasing the splice button to complete the splice. How many times are they gonna say splice? When close to a connection point, you can press the button to easily complete the splice. They said splice 5 times. Yeah, we'd be like, no family killing, not everybody will be friends. Does everyone actually want to be friends though? Wait, come to think of it, does she still have other family members, or she's like the last person there?
きっと役に立つはずだよ。
Oh? What the? Oh, okay. I was confused about why it kept moving so much. Oh,
あの積み木でっかくなったぞ。
wow, the perspective. Okay, that was kind of cool.
乗り越えられると思う。
It's like big family with many branch who share the same last name. She's kind of head of them all. Oh my god, it feels like the, what do you call that clan? The one in Fruits Basket. Soma, the Soma clan, right? Anyways, in case anyone is familiar with Fruits Basket. Man, Fruits Basket was so good though. It was honestly kind of weird most of the time because there's just way too much incest, but anyways, we don't think about that too hard.
灼熱戦。腐食、新鮮。
Oh my god, the traveler's skill thing takes so long.
腐食、新鮮。
複雑な構造だな。
Carlota's from rival family.
とりあえず、全
Wait, I know there's some characters in the game who actually have beef with each other. Like every time they see each other, they kind of just say like, "I wish you disappeared" or "Why are you here?" kind of situation. Was that Shorekeeper and someone else? I know I just saw a few like occasional funny memes for something like that.
と。 気をつけて。腐食、新鮮。
Why are you running? Why are you running? We literally just saved your life. You asshole, so ungrateful. I don't know, maybe I got too focused on Cantarella. Fair enough, she is very distracting. Anyways.
あの望遠鏡、積み木が足りないみたいだな。
さっき手に入れた積み木を試してみよう。
And Shorekeeper is kinda not a person but like an AI. AI? Oh right, I keep forgetting that like Wuwa is also kind of like a technological world because it felt so fantasy in the beginning. Kind of that like people are suddenly surprised like, oh, why do you have like a Japan-esque kind of place? Why do you have like characters like Chisa and all of that? It just felt so out of the blue. What are we even supposed to do? Oh, we're just crossing over. Okay, okay.
おい、下で誰かが動けなくなってるみたいだぞ。
どう向かって突き進むか、一旦降りて助けに行くか。
Am I gonna be nice or evil? Like, do I help? Oh, fine. I might as well just help them out now.
塔への道があるのか。
I'll just help them out now. It's fine.
暗いぞ。
あそこ、火が灯ってる。
Apparently, you can make so many choices in this game, and it kind of determines the outcome. What do you get? But to be fair, I think after the 5th day, you can kind of come back to like redo all the choices anyway. So I'm just gonna pick the more difficult option now, because I feel like this is more hassle. She used to be a person, but she sacrificed herself and became a mimetic character like Black Swan. Oh no, more entities.
竜の子の呪いをここに足を踏み入れる勇者が他にもいたなんてね。さあ、私のパーティーに参加して。ニーロとナビア？ニーロ？私はモモンガの妖精だよ。ナビアって誰のこと？
Oh,
キリンの国王よ。
more like how Durin remembers them. Oh my god, that's so hilarious. The only accurate one was the box. Damn, he only remembers Navia as like a freaking golden llama, and and Nilo as a squirrel. It's your king imbecile.
キララ。箱の中の猫さんだな。オイラたちのシムランカでの冒険も物語の一部だったわけだし。
そうだね。モモンガの妖精さん、キリンの国王陛下、そして箱の中の猫さん、一緒に行こう。
城壁の陰には竜の子の孤独が潜んでいました。どれだけ竜の子と友達になりたくても、彼女たちは目の前にある炎の光から離れ。
この影のせいで私たちは前に進めないの。炎の光がもっとあればいいのに。あんたたちはどうしてこの影が平気なの？
僕が君たちが必要としてる炎を持ってるからかも。この物語を保管したら何か変わるかな。みんなに出会う前、僕は自分には永遠に友達なんてできないと思い込んで、近づいてきてくれる人を全員拒絶してた。
I was reading a manhwa called Reaper of Drifting Moon. I liked it and I read its novel. Wait, let me check that really quick. Oh, hey, the art style seems pretty okay. Oh no, there's a snake. Oh no. Okay. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Oh no. Yeah, okay. That's kind of stressful. I don't like seeing snakes. So I don't know if the snake is a big portion of the story, but yeah, okay, that kind of freaked me out because I did not expect to see that there. As soon as I see the scales, I start getting stressed already. Which is kind of weird because I'm fine seeing like a Chinese or like an Asian style dragon scales, but I can't handle it when I know it's a snake. I liked it and read its novel. The translator got changed and all the names of sected people changed. Yeah, that happens. Also happened with one of the Chinese danmeis that I was reading, and I got so pissed because I couldn't understand anything anymore. And like initially, because the first translator actually translated the names of like the sects, like they'd say like, oh, the cleansing moon sect or like the six flower harmony sect, something like that. And then later on, they'd actually just use like the pinyin versions of all the names. It's like, bro, who can understand any of that? And I could not understand the rest of the story, and then I gave up. So it was such a mess because it would like literally bounce between the two, and like this was already like a compiled EPUB file, so it was literally like a complete novel. Fan translated still, but like it was a complete novel into one, but the translators kept changing, so it's like, no, I can't. It's a snake themed main character, so we'll be seeing a lot of snake. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, I will not be reading that, so I hope you enjoy it anyways, but I cannot. I think the only snake I ever tolerated in my life, kind of, which is even not really, was Orochimaru. But in the end, I didn't really like Orochimaru that much. I still liked his henchman, Kabuto, much more, but Kabuto kind of not exactly died, but kind of died, so it was a sad ending overall. And it got more stressful to also watch or read him because he also got kind of turned into a snake, so that was not fun. Yeah, Orochimaru was so insane. He was really cool though. I liked his English voice. Because in the early days, you could only watch Naruto on television like through the dub version. The dub version was... Honestly, I liked dub of Naruto more than the Japanese, ironically, which is so strange because that's also the same way I feel about Pokemon. I feel like I like the English dub version. Yeah, I feel like I like the English dub version more than the Japanese. Like Orochimaru in the English dub sounds like a suave, like kind of suspicious villain, like very cool type. In the Japanese dub, he just sounds like a freaking like 80-year-old chain smoker. His voice was just so hoarse that I couldn't really take him seriously at all. So it kind of ruined the whole vibe for me. I couldn't really feel like he was a scary villain. He just felt like he was some old guy. So yeah, that was the unfortunate thing. What the? They give you stairs, but you can't even climb the stairs either? Okay. Everything is so comically large. No, oh my god. Nope! I fell into the void. Okay, that was not where I was supposed to go. Oh my god, that surprised me. Okay, I knew we were gonna jump, but I still didn't expect it. Oh wait, no! 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 That's so annoying though. They put that giant, like, diamond thing there in the middle, or that literally would have been where you would be stepping on if you were playing this game normally. Ugh, why is it like this? Okay. Okay, I'm not gonna fail a second time. I'm not gonna focus on whatever things there are on the sides. I don't think there's anything hidden in the sides anyways. Yeah, there really shouldn't be anything because they already give you the chest like immediately. Wait, I didn't get to read the text. Tomorrow onslaught refresh. Time to spend hours in 3 battles. Oh no. Oh no.
孤独と恐怖によって作り上げられた心の檻がみんなの視線
You know the funny thing? One of the funny ways to deal with a character who keeps thinking like, oh, you know, I don't want to hurt you. I'm so scared of hurting you, so stay away. You know, literally the solution to that is just beating them up. If you beat them up, they're gonna feel like, oh, I can't hurt you anymore because you're stronger than me. And so your fear should just disappear. That's how you're supposed to deal with that situation. There's no such thing as like sweet talking this guy or giving reassurances. No, you just beat them up and say, you can't hurt me because I'm better than you anyways. Oh my god. That'd be so funny.
そして竜の子は口を閉ざしました
You should have given Bennett a Hexerite or the Night Soul Burst. Honestly, yeah, it would have been nice to get a buff, but I feel like the devs probably don't want to give him a buff because he's already pretty OP. Can you imagine a version 1 character still being used in this day and age? It's like, damn. I honestly like the OG characters a lot more, like Bennett, Xiangling, Xingqiu. So good.
ねえ、もしまだ僕の声が聞こえるのなら、爪も牙も鱗も逃れられない呪いなんかじゃない。君はそれに打ち勝って友達をたくさん作るんだ。嘘だと思うだろうね。すでに何度も試して失敗した後だから。でも今回は違うんだ。君の友達を連れてきたよ。
To get a Hexerite buff, you have to put 2 characters in the team, same with Lunar buff. Yeah. I'm so tempted, but like, I don't really want to bother. They're kinda not much compatible.
本当
ちびりゅうちゃん、私はモモンガの妖精だよ。呪いを解く方法を探すのを手伝いたいんだ。私はキリンの国王よ。
心配しないで。あんたを怖がったりしないから。
私はただの箱の中の猫だ。
Oh my god, she really sounds like she's inside a box. Her voice is so distorted.
みんなが僕の友達？
君が逃げ続けた未来でもみんなは友達になってくれるよ。僕が保証する。だから受け入れてくれる？
しばらくの沈黙の後、塔の影は重い足音を響かせました。心の檻から出てもなお、自身の鋭い爪と鱗から。こんな姿じゃ友達に会いに行けないよ。
大丈夫。みんなで運命の女神にちびりゅうちゃんを呪いから邪悪な竜の爪と鱗から救ってくださいって願って。ああ、前と同じ感じだな。
運命の女神にお願いすればいいの？その時、愉快な魔法使いが降臨しました。こんにちは、ちびりゅうちゃん。心配しないで。みんなの祝福があればちびりゅうちゃんの願いもきっと叶うから。
アリス？いや、物語に出てきた愉快な魔法使い。
そう、私は愉快な魔法使い。この地の創造主でもあるのよ。そして私は約束を果たすために、私の知ってる中で2番目に強力なこの魔法を使えば彼女は世界を作れるわ。もちろんあなたの願いを叶えることもできる。みんなの祝福を得られればね。その前に物語の魔法使いの代わりに確認させて。あなた、僕はやっぱりみんなと友達になりたい。みんな祝福してくれる？この物語はもっと早く終わらせてもよかったのかもしれません。それでも冒険者たちの祝福はもう一つの可能性を作り出しました。しかしその時の彼らはその祝福が贈り物となるか試練となるかなど。
またなんか言い始めたぞ。ヒントが欲しい時はだんまりのくせに突然出てきて意味深なこと言い出すんだよな。
試練。みんなの世界に来てからシムランカではなかった悩みや避けられない戦いに直面してきた。試練っていうのもあながち。でもそんな試練がなければ僕はみんなと知り合えなかった。だから僕はやっぱりあの時の僕に祝福を送るよ。
そうこなくっちゃな。ドリン、またあの願いを叶えようぜ。
みんなありがとう。今の僕から、そしてあの時の僕からお礼を言わせて。
勇敢な冒険者パーティーの面々は竜の子の話に耳
Oh
を
my god, everyone turned into dodocos.
彼らは彼のために呪いを解くと決心し、数々の困難を乗り越えました。そして竜の子に祝福を捧げ、運命の女神に願いました。やがてついに願いは聞き届けられました。竜の子は悪竜の鱗を脱ぎ、薄暗い塔を抜け出すことができたのです。しかしこの地を離れ新たな世界に踏み出した時、彼は祝福が贈り物であると同時に試練でもあったことを理解するでしょう。運命のいたずら。
Yo, welcome to the stream. Oh, Hades. Oh my god. Yeah, welcome, welcome. I'm just going to be upfront till we're actually close to the end because this is going to be like the end of part 3 soon. Yeah. Oh my god, the timing.
願いを叶えられたな。
これがお母さんが書いた僕の話ならこの章で終わりになるのかな。
No, there is going to be a part 4 and a part 5.
確かに。これでこの物語は完成したってことでいいのか？インク使い切らないで済んだな。アリスからの任務を無事達成できたぜ。
Oh my god, so cute. Hey, that's a really good emote. Oh my god, nice, nice.
あいつの方から連絡してくれないと無理だな。
Yeah, it's surprising though that I ended up dragging out this entire story for like longer than half an hour. I think this portion was probably only supposed to be like maybe 25 minutes long, and then I just kept yapping about so many other things. I ended up yapping about Firefly and a lot of like female characters' roles in general in the story, and like how pretty much I don't really like it when they become like waifu bait and don't really have anything outside of that role, which is kind of a waste. Like, yeah. But anyways, that's a very common problem in media in general, which I think they're not really gonna be able to fix that anytime soon.
物語の中の出来事に触れている間
Yeah, they're trying to sell you characters. I know, but like, it does. I don't know. Like up to a certain point, like I feel like it won't really work because it feels like they don't really have substance outside of their relationship with you. Like if you think about Firefly, Firefly as a character is supposed to be very interesting on her own because she's already like 4,000 plus years old. She went through a freaking swarm disaster, and yet despite that, like you don't actually see any of that in like the main story. And most of the time, she's just kind of trying to spend her like final days, quote unquote, with you because she has like some kind of terminal illness. And then if you actually think about it, like if she says, I want to cure, like she wants to cure her illness because she wants to live longer. But then it's like, why does she want to live longer? You don't really know. They just need to look good for most people to buy them. Yeah, but I don't know, the longevity wise, I feel like it's not a very like long-term strategy, I think. It's just like kind of a short-term thing, but you don't really have like as long-lasting of an impression. Like up to some point, like do you even really hear people talk about Firefly much? Like outside of Penacony, like she doesn't really have any relevance. Like she's one of the Stellaron hunters, but she's actually not a very like important character amongst all of them in retrospect. Like her role was not really like very big. I don't know, like still like majority of the time you'll usually just see like Kafka or Silverwolf and anything like really like lore relevant and all that, which is kind of crazy because like Sam was one of the original, like she was literally like the second no who was the first member of the Stellaron Hunters? It's not Kafka. I know Kafka was not the first one. I think it might have been Firefly as the first member. Yeah, I think Firefly was the first member of the Stellaron Hunters, and then they recruited Kafka. Well, Elio doesn't really count because he was technically the one who founded it, so yeah, but like Elio recruited Firefly, and then they recruited Kafka, and then after Kafka they recruited Blade, and then after Blade was Silver Wolf. So yeah. No, is it? I know that time... Wait, I'm not exactly sure. I just know at some point they were recruiting Kafka. They were thinking about whether she would approach like a soda can or something. And it's like if she approaches it, they would recruit her. And if she doesn't, then they don't try to recruit her or something like that. It was kind of like a funny situation overall. But yeah, like you see a lot of Firefly's lore during her video, but not much in the story. So it's like, it felt like such a waste because she was such a compelling character, but she didn't really have anything outside of her relationship with the Trailblazer. Kind of same with like Cyrene, because like Cyrene is supposed to be, well, kind of like an Elysia XP, but she doesn't feel anything like Elysia. Like she has a lot of wedding themes in her like outfit and all that, but you don't really understand where does this even come from because it doesn't feel related to Amphorius. Like in Honkai Impact 3rd, Elysia is like wedding themed a lot of the times because of like her quote-unquote love for humanity, but they don't give you that same context in Honkai Star Rail. So like you literally don't understand why is she in a wedding gown out of the blue. Like why is she always, I don't know, like involved with the Trailblazer? And yeah, like she's supposed to be like Final's best friend, but in the end of it. Like, it's basically like she's one of those characters where as soon as she gets a boyfriend, she will literally forget all of her friends. That's basically what happens. Like, she's best friends with Finon, but as soon as the Trailblazer shows up, like, basically her entire relationship with Finon basically like dissolves right in front of you and it just transfers straight to the Trailblazer. Yeah, Finon in comparison is a great character because you know his motivations. You literally see his relationship with like every single Crisis heir. Like, you know his relationship to all of them. Well, Sarija and Hyacinth is a little bit of a special case because they were technically not during his era, but more or less, like, he actually has compelling relationships with every other Crisis heir. And so he has motivations to like work towards like the success of the mission and all that. He has, because like these are his friends, this is his family to him. But Cyrene doesn't feel the same way. So like, why is she doing all of this? I don't know. Yeah. Okay, I feel like the laughing face is probably not the correct expression, but basically, yeah, it was strange, honestly. And even until now, I still haven't actually watched Cyrene's trailers because I just saw this specific scene where like the Trailblazer was quote-unquote proposing to Cyrene, but the awkward thing was Cyrene was not even in her like full adult version. She was in her like teenage version, which also made it like very strange to see, I guess. I don't know. A lot of people had complaints about it, but like waifu bait, I don't know. I feel like again, like there's always like a limit to how successful you can be with just pure waifu bait. Because like waifu bait would like probably work on like usually like male players, but you're not going to attract like the female audience. And if you think about it, in reality, Finon's sales are better than Cyrene's sales. Like Cyrene is supposed to be like the quote unquote like ending character of Hub 4. She's supposed to be super OP, I guess. But like in the end, she kind of like didn't really feel like she lived up to the hype, like character wise and kit wise. So like yeah, I got her because I kind of just hoped that she would help me like retain the usefulness of like other Crisis heirs for like a couple more patches. But like I don't really have like the same excitement for her as I did when I got Finon. Like I literally waited an entire half patch for before I decided to roll for Cyrene. On Finon, literally day one, I just rolled for him immediately. Cyrene was kind of like, yeah, I kind of got here. Yeah, it was so controversial. Like until now, I can't really justify I like getting her. Like I don't really like using her because it's so hard to get her ultimate up that I like most of the time I don't actually see the benefit in using her in most teams. Yeah, I have her entire team. Just saying, I have Evernights, I have Castoris, I have Hyacine, and I have Cyrene, and I still don't really feel like she does much more for them than like someone like Trivi or whatever. And even then, you really want her E2 to get her ultimate go. It's like, oh my god, I can't really justify spending so much again. Like, I want the character to be good at E0. Maybe, yeah, honestly, I just want a character to be good at E0. I don't want to be forced to spend just to make a character good. In which case, like, they're probably not going to survive in the long run anyways. So yeah. Ranmei or RMC better? RMC. Probably RMC, I think. Not really Ranmei, I think, because if you have Evernight, you do want more memo sprites in your team just to, like, maximize her general buffs. But yeah. I got her E0, but I'm so disappointed. Same. I mean, I even have her light cone, and I don't really feel like she brought much to the table in comparison, so... As compared to like Hyacine and even Trivi. Like Hyacine was a game changer, honestly. She was so good. Yeah. She was so good. Like I mean I knew she was strong, but I also did not expect her to be like that strong. So it's kind of crazy, honestly. Yeah. Siren is very underwhelming, honestly. Yeah. Honestly, very underwhelming. Like even this is like one of those rare times that I very severely disagree with Priden because like I use Priden's guides very frequently. I mean, I don't focus too much on the tiering stuff in general. I just kind of see like what the recommended builds are and kind of work from there and then adjust accordingly based on my specific team compositions. But like, I severely disagree with his ranking of her being like T0. It's like it takes so long to ramp up her buffs and everything, or in general just to get her ultimate going, that like the time alone, I think I went through probably 2 or 3 cycles without using her ultimate, because like I couldn't get it at all. Like it was just exhausting. Yeah, so I don't know, like I feel like it takes way too long. And considering we are playing a turn-based game, like you can't really justify the time it takes to do anything worthwhile with her. Like you want a character that just like is just straight from the get-go does really good damage. Which is honestly why Castoris is good, because like literally as soon as you use her technique, you're already just straight up like bam. You're like already trying to massacre the enemies already. Oh, nice! It's Chaska's birthday. Oh, happy birthday, Chaska! I did not. What drink is this? Oh, this is nice. It looks pretty. I don't think I have this recipe. Also, did I get this before? Yeah, I'm glad I got Cypher. Yeah, indeed. Yeah. Yeah, congrats on getting Cypher. I don't think I'll get her because I feel like I have too much Crisis Errors now. I kind of just want to save. I just want like a couple of patches or a couple of weeks where I could just like relax and not think about spending money. Cause I spent too much. I got too many Crisis Errors. Like I did not even want like probably 3/4 of them when I started Amphoris, and then I now have like 3/4 of them. Basically, the ones I missed out: Aglaya, Cypher, Hysolence, and Ceridra. Ceridra felt like very mediocre considering she's a Crisis Heir, but like the double skill points thing is like kinda meh. Oh, 3 minutes of ads. Oh no. Oh, sorry, I didn't pay attention to that. I kind of didn't realize the ads were going to run already. Anaxa was worth it. I love Anaxa. Who else was considered very... Hyacine was very worth it. My Day was not worth it. Honestly speaking, My Day was not worth it. Finon is okay. I think relatively between yes and no, he's still kind of worth it. Who else? Triby's worth it, I think. Yeah. Yeah, My Day was just not, honestly. Castoris is worth it. Evernights, it depends on your teams. If you have a lot of Memo Sprites in your team, yes, she could be worth it. If you don't, then nah, she's not, honestly. It's difficult. I know, you'll be ending stream soon, though. So in case you come back and we're ending, yeah, that's probably why. Castoris and Anaxa, yeah, they're very worth it. Oh no, what's happening with these guys again? Okay, we're just kind of rest for a bit while the ads are running. But yeah, what else? Aglaya is very situational. I think generally in most content, she's probably not really worth getting. She's good in like currency wars, but like outside of that, it might be a little bit tricky, honestly. Yeah. And I mean, Terravox, he is given for free, so you don't really have to think about it too hard as to whether he's worth building. I guess if you lack sustain units, then yeah, he's worth it. Okay. Yeah, Aglaya is good to look at, but not in endgame. Just really not. Best shielder. Yeah, that's true. I still like adventuring more, but that's because I have him at E6, and he is mostly a damage dealer for me. Not exactly a shielder anymore, because Terravox is still just a shielder to me. His damage is too mediocre to outrightly replace adventuring. He's only good in like Finon teams. Outside of Finon teams, it's not absolutely necessary. It's okay, but he is good. He is good for a free character. That's at least the one good thing about Star Rail, is that they never disappoint with their free characters. Yeah, the free archer, which actually, I mean, I don't use him, but I know he's very good if you use him correctly. Dr. Ratio is obviously a very good character. Who else was free? Yeah, Terravox. And then... yeah, I think those were the 3 free characters that we've gotten so far. I don't really count 4 stars, they're not really in the same level. But yeah, basically... okay, and this should be, I think, the last portion, probably, of today's quest? Yeah, okay, let's see. What are they arguing about now? Are they arguing? Saber. My god, I feel bad because I haven't actually used Saber ever since I got her. Oh no. Yeah, I think it's difficult because I have a lot of characters who kind of do similar things to her, so just never really got used to using her. Yeah, this dude is a straight up alcoholic. Every single time you see him, he's just straight, you want a drink? It's like, yes, I would like a drink, but this is also not very appropriate for the current situation.
ここはお酒禁止。栄誉騎士のお兄ちゃんとちびドリンのお兄ちゃん、今日の大冒険の話を聞かせてよ。
My god, everyone just like robotically staring at us.
だから話すぜ。
Huh? And I feel like Paimon's lines were suddenly really short.
ごちそうを食べながら話すぜ。
Oh, that sounded so awkward. Did she get cut off, or did they really just record it like that?
やったー。
Yatta! Ugly.
すみません。ちょっとお聞きしたいんですが、今ドゥリンって言いませんでした？ドゥリンって雪山に落ちた悪竜のことですよね。
Snow sound very similar to Paimon JP. I actually don't know what snow sounds like in JP because I listened to the English dub. But yeah, probably. I mean, they kind of like they all have like that small, white, annoying mascot vibe to them.
ちゃんが言ってた。とにかくすっごく不思議なんだよ。マージョリーはデュリンを初めて見たのか？だったらこういう誤解があっても仕方ないよな。
Literally, how is this her first time meeting him? They were literally playing TCG right in front of her store.
いや、ドゥリンに初めて会ったとしても、
I know, right? See, Kai is asking the right questions. Like, you sound so weird. Why do you not know who Durin is? Everyone looks so weird.
みんな
雪山の悪竜とはどういう関係なんだ？
I heard playing cards in the street was illegal. Like, are you talking about like in Genshin or like in general? I think sometimes in general it can be the case because it might be considered like gambling or something like that.
竜のような角が生えてますよね。まさか
みんなドゥリンのことを忘れたのか？
Dun dun dun. He suddenly looks so evil now. What happened to him? Yeah, oh my god. Oh no, Durin. Oh no. What's happening to him? Yeah, he looks proper evil now. Nice. This is a good color on him, honestly.
気をつけろ。
He's so adorable even when he's angry. Yeah, honestly, he is. I really like his color palette so much. He's just sitting down. Wait, how is this scary? This feels so anticlimactic. And everyone's just kind of standing around, like in close proximity. Like they're all scared, but they're not even trying to run away.
怪我人はいないよね。
Quick use portable filter Tabibito. Yeah, that's what he pretty much is nowadays. A portable filter. Like anytime the abyssal powers, the energies and like the darkness and all that. It's like, oh Tabibito, time to do your job. Which was revealed in like the beginning of the game, but everyone kind of forgot about until we reached Natlan. Most of the countries get a huge amount of tax income or straight to the pockets, so they have it as illegal to gamble, so this is addicting, yeah. It's just better not to gamble in public spaces overall. Besides, I actually don't know how to play poker. Like, I wanted to learn, but apparently there's too many versions of poker anyways. So I don't actually know which is the one that they usually talk about in movies and like TV series. I only know like this very basic card games like Goldfish and I actually don't really know how to play blackjack. I have a general idea of what the goal is, but then the actual specifics in the rules, I don't know about that. And Poseidon, which I don't know if you guys know this, but I actually don't know if other countries play this. It's just like a local version. Texas Hold'em. Oh, I did hear about that, but I still don't know how to play it though. But it's fine. I feel like overall it's probably better that I don't learn how to play things like this, just so I don't get tempted to join things like that. Blackjack, the goal is to get closer to 21 than the dealer. Okay. Yeah, I just have like a general idea of that, but like the specifics is like, not really. Goal is to get rich. Yeah, very true. Although I feel like the house will probably never let you really get too rich anyways. At some point they just get suspicious. Play Balatro if you want to learn poker. Oh my god, wasn't Balatro like the game of the year last year or something like that? Honestly, which is kind of strange because up until that point, I had never actually heard of Balatro before. I did see some people play it, but yeah. Lion do not concern himself with gambling rules, he just gamba. Yeah, I feel like gacha games are just basically about gamba anyways. Two are the classic poker game, open and close. The one you hold 2 cards on your hand and open 5 on the table. And the second is you hold 5 cards in hand and you get to replace cards from your hand once in the reveal. I feel like the second one is probably... Is the second one more common? That's kind of what I tend to see in movies and all that.
彼の中にあるアビスの力が暴走しかけている点だ。何か関係が
Just play Balatro so you can learn the basics. It'll teach you the value of each hand, for instance. The first is the most really? The first one? Okay. I'm honestly surprised though, because like I feel like having 5 cards in your hand looks a lot more dramatic than having 2 cards in your hand. Yeah, just talk to Albedo.
確かにこういう
そうだな。アルベドに戻ってもらえるよう代理団長として手紙を出そう。その間は
They open cards on the table slowly. 3, 1, 1 reveal order. Oh, okay.
今はそうするしかないな。
それからこの本は私が保管する。もし読み
What? We have to go to her office? No. No. There's more information available to everyone in Texas Hold'em. There's more room for bluffing, making it more interesting. Oh my god, some people are just absolutely terrible at bluffing. Although, to be fair, I feel like I would not be very good at stuff like that either. I have a very expressive face sometimes.
機会があったらまた本の中に戻ってみようぜ。
Honestly, this book has just been such a mess. It's giving us more problems.
クレイはドゥリンと遊びに行くのを楽しみにしてたんだがな。
彼が目を覚ましたら騎士を通じて知らせる。
And grandma will take all your money in poker. Oh no. I could never play against old people. I'd be too scared. They have too much experience. Okay. Oh my god. Oh, that was long. Honestly, I thought this whole stream would like take maybe 30 minutes maximum, and I would probably like change to DNA. But then so I spent 2 hours anyways, which is good at least. I ended up not running out of things to talk about, which is nice. Oh no, all the crystal flies are flying away. Well, it's fine. I think like in general we don't really need so much crystal flies anymore. Hey, that was supposed to be the easier one. Yeah. No, actually, no. I'll be ending the stream soon. So, thank you so much, and who dropped by today's stream. Actually, should we try raiding someone? But then I actually don't know how who to raid anyways. If you guys have like suggestions or anything, because otherwise I'm just going to like end the stream as it is. Yeah, because it's kind of difficult for me to find people of like the same size as me. I generally don't really want to raid someone who's like drastically bigger because it feels like I'm cloud chasing and all that. But yeah, thank you so much. You had so many people drop by today. It's been really cool. Yeah. Wait, are you streaming right now? Wait, are you? Let me check real quick. If you are though, wait, I can raid you if you are. Oh my god, you are. Oh wait, so yeah. Oh my god, you are streaming. Okay, let's raid you. Yeah, okay, that's good. Perfect timing, actually. But yes, thank you. I really enjoyed today's stream as well. Okay, let us see if like the raid thing is working out. Oh, no worries, no worries. But yeah, okay, this was like perfect timing because like a lot of you guys also play Wuthering Waves, so this is like a good chance anyways. But yeah, I'm surprised you were able to like watch my stream while streaming yourself. So okay, this is good. Okay, yeah, let's start the raid soon. Yeah. Yeah, but anyways, you know, please join the Discord. You would like to get announced and all that, and yeah. Thank you so much for dropping by. I really appreciate it. Today was definitely, yeah, perfect timing for sure. Okay, wait, I hope it worked well. Did it? Okay, let me see. Let's just kind of. Oh, okay, the raid's gonna start soon. But yeah, you know, join the Discord. Otherwise, I will see you guys probably tomorrow to continue Durin Story Quest again because this is a 5-day quest and I kind of like need to do it quickly before I go on vacation. Otherwise, I will not have any more time to stream. But yeah, okay, see you guys next time and have a great rest of the day, everyone. Oh, thank you, Darkrai, for posting all the links. Let's just see if it's updating. We'll just give it like maybe 10 more seconds. But yeah, see you guys next time.